knowledge, al-ilm al-nafi', beneficial knowledge, is that which reflects on who you are.
Survive physically.
In all aspects.
In all aspects.
Yes.
Yes, I will choose the Quran.
In all aspects.
This one?
Yes, I will
Okay,
choose that
how
one.
would it help you?
In all aspects.
In all aspects
Yes.
of your life. Quran?
Yes.
How would it help you, please?
It will help me spiritually,
Spiritually, yes.
mentally,
Right?
and physically.
Okay.
The science
Wait a
book will
minute.
only help me physically.
So physically, you said spiritually first. We will explore one by one.
Yes.
Spiritually first, you said.
Yes.
How would it help you spiritually?
Because acknowledging my creator
Yes.
will help satisfy the curiosity of my soul.
You're in jungle, sir. You
Yes.
want to survive.
Yes.
What is the first thing you would do? You
Well-
will go to Quran to read Quran?
Survival
Okay.
can only come from the creator
Okay.
who's created the world.
Sir, the books. This, you said you will pick up this.
Yeah.
Okay, read.
Survive physically.
In all aspects.
In all aspects.
Yes, I will choose the Quran.
In all
This
aspects.
one?
Yes, I will
Okay,
choose that
how
one.
would it help you?
In all aspects.
In all aspects
Yes.
of your life. Quran?
Yes.
How would it help you, please?
It will help me spiritually,
Spiritually, yes.
mentally,
Right?
and physically.
Okay. So,
The science
wait a
book will
minute.
only help me physically.
So, physically, you said spiritually first. We will explore one by one.
Yes.
Spiritually first, you said.
Yes.
How would it help you spiritually?
Because acknowledging my creator
Yeah.
will help satisfy the curiosity of my soul.
You're in jungle, sir. You
Yes.
want to survive.
Yes.
What is the first thing you would do? You
Well-
will go to Quran to read Quran?
Survival
Okay.
can only come from the creator
Okay.
who's created the world.
Sir, the books. This, you said you will pick up this.
Yeah.
Okay, read. Which verse would it help you? Tell me.
Which verse will help me?
Any, yeah.
Everything
No,
from
you
start
tell me
until
which
the end.
verse would it help
The
you?
whole book
Start until
will help
Okay,
me.
you would read whole book?
Yes,
Yes.
I'm in the jungle. I have time.
Okay. So which one would help you?
The whole book.
Yeah.
Because I have a lot of time in the jungle, you see.
Right. And what about your tummy?
Then when I take a break, I go make some food, then I come back.
Okay,
I
how would
read
you make the food? How would you make the food?
by using my hands.
Your hand, or you would go to this?
No,
I don't
eat.
use book to make food. I
Okay.
use my hand to make food.
All right, so he
You
wants to
become
make the
brainless,
fun
man.
of this, no problem.
I'm giving you an honest answer.
I'll ask you a question. Is Muhammad prophet of Allah? Or was?
Oh, you.
No, because he's
your
making
theory
fun. He's not
dismantled, huh?
answering the
Your
question.
theory dismantled.
Do you want to stick with that?
No,
Because,
we don't want to.
because I don't understand what the point
no,
was.
no.
The
What
point
you know about the
is,
books?
you find, I'm putting it hypothetically, if you find yourself in jungle, which one of these would
Let me
help
put
you?
this on, yeah?
Which one would help
Your
you?
analogy gone. Finished.
Oh,
Dismantled.
okay, he said
Okay,
it's
okay.
finished. Yes, it's finished?
No.
Admit it's finished and the case closed, dismissed.
No, he made fun of all of you. He made a mockery of this book, not me.
did.
Yes.
Let's
No,
be
you
honest.
make mockery on yourself.
What do you
Yes,
mean I
you
made a
did.
mockery of everybody?
Because I said to survive in the
Yes.
jungle,
Yes.
you said you will read book.
Okay, let me
That's a
explain to
mockery.
you. Shall I explain?
So when I asked you which verse would help you, you didn't tell me.
Shall I explain?
Please do.
Okay. Let me get the book. Okay. So with the Quran, I said spiritually, physically, and mentally.
Okay.
Yeah?
Spiritually, how?
Yeah. So spiritually, in the sense that, do you accept?
No, sir.
Only-
You telling me, not ask. Don't ask me
No,
questions.
because I want to know if I should
No,
prove it to you or
sir.
not.
You making claim, not me.
Wait,
you
wait,
see,
wait,
you
wait.
want to play a game with me, yes?
No problem.
You want
Do
to
you
divert.
believe in the spiritual
No,
realm?
I don't know what it is.
You don't know what
You
it
tell
is?
me, what is the spirit?
Do you believe in it?
No, what is it?
Okay. So the spiritual realm, the closest understanding that I can give you is metaphysics.
Metaphysic meaning, this is physics, metaphysics above this, meaning nothingness, yes? Am I right?
Metaphysics
What-
is not nothing.
Okay, what is metaphysics?
Because metaphysics are the axioms by which science depends upon.
No, you tell me what
just
is
did.
metaphysics.
I just told you.
Forget about science, you saying science, you.
Yeah,
Is this
metaphysics.
physics? Yes or no? Is this physics?
Is a book physics.
Physics, yes? So, where
you
is
saying it's a book
metaphysics? Where is
physics?
metaphysics?
Metaphysics is
Yeah.
the understanding of the non-material.
Non-material, thank you, non-existence. Yes?
No, so you're saying anything that's non-material
No,
is
sir,
non-existent.
you said it, non-material. What does
But
non
you equated non-material with non-existent.
No, okay, so you give me the better answer.
No, do you believe this?
No,
that
I believe-
non-material is
No.
non-existent?
Listen, you were saying to me, remember,
literally
ladies
just
and
said that.
gentlemen, he said it spiritually. Tell me, what would you read
And I
in this book that would help you?
Okay, so if the Creator, we believe the Creator has created us, so we have a spiritual longing. Well, you just said you don't
Tell
understand.
me, what would it help you? You need
I
to
just
tell-
told you, if the Creator has created us, yeah, according to you, the if, I believe,
you-
I
you
believe
picked
the
up the
I
book to
believe
help
the
you.
Creator has created us, yeah. So He has created us in, He's given us the spiritual, He's given us the physical, and He's given us the mental, yeah. The spiritual nature is that
How? What would you read in
I'm answering
this
to you.
would help you to survive?
if you allow me to finish.
No, because it's slippery slope. If I accept that,
If you're
the
not,
rest of
you
will
don't have
shove it
to
up
accept
my
anything,
throat.
but you have to let me finish my point.
No,
Because if
sir.
you're not allowing me to finish, we can't have a
No,
conversation.
look, slippery
If you don't
slope.
allow me to
if I
finish-
accept what he says, the rest would follow. No, that's why you have accepted 1400 years. That's what is happening. You have to stick.
But he doesn't.
You picked up this book, yes?
You're not even going to let me
How
finish.
would
What's
it
the
help
point?
you? How would this
What's the
book-
point of having a
Let him
conversation?
speak. Let him speak.
There's no
Sir,
point.
it-
Answer. Let him
I'm
answer.
saying it's called ignoratio
Yeah, but you're
elenchi.
not
He
even
knows what
letting
it
him
is.
talk.
I don't
Does
care
not
what I don't
follow.
care what it is, if whether it follows or not. But
You
I
ask
should
a
be allowed
question,
to
let
give
him
my
speak.
No,
explanation
sir,
before you
because
jump
if,
in.
if I allow you, it
Well,
would
this
be-
is not a conversation.
So
Then
you're
it's a
not allowing
monologue.
him.
Then
He's not
this
allowing
is
him.
you just
I'm
talking
giving
to
you,
me. Then.
you said,
But if I can't respond and you're just talking at me,
my
it's not a
question
discussion.
is, this,
You've asked me a question about what spirituality is.
Okay.
I'm asking you a
No,
counter
I'm
question.
asking
No, no,
how
no.
would it
You're not
help
allowed to
you?
speak because this
allow him
logical
to
fallacy,
speak
that
first,
logical
and then you
fallacy.
will know.
Yeah.
You're saying I'm asking. When you are asking, have some
tell us.
patience for the answer.
But you don't want to have a
You need to
conversation.
make a big
You've
hole.
asked me.
Not ask.
You've asked me for weeks to have a
Make a big hole,
conversation,
make a big hole.
and now I'm willing to have a conversation. Now you're not letting me finish.
because you're not in the right path.
I don't care if I'm on the right path or
No,
not.
you're
You should
not.
still let me finish.
He's not in the right.
Then you should finish and then correct me. You shouldn't interrupt me in the middle
Yeah.
without me having made my point.
There, your answer was this book would help you in jungle, yes?
Yes,
Okay, tell me how.
I was telling you, but you're intent on interrupting me.
Okay, carry on.
So when you're in the jungle, you need the spiritual, you need the mental, you need the physical. Yeah?
No, you mean yourself. That's I understand. But say I, use yourself.
No, we all need it.
We must.
You may disagree with that.
Let's say we
Well,
Muslims.
you can disagree with that.
Okay, you Muslim, that's better.
Then
he's not
the,
human.
the mental aspect is no problem. No. Let him. It's fine. He's listening now. The mental aspect is not going to be attained from a science book. Yeah. So mentally, you need rigidity. You need strength. That's not going to come from X plus Y equals Z. It's not going to come from add oxygen to this and then this will produce an exothermic reaction. So you need, when you're by yourself in a jungle, you're worried. Yeah, you're scared. You don't know what's going to happen. You need mental stability. Mental stability is going to come from a metaphysical source. It's not going to come from telling you that, the water cycle works like this, or this is happening. You need mental stability. You need time to be able to compose yourself such that, well, however long you are there,
You see, ladies
however
and
long you are there
Listen,
in the jungle,
he is talking,
at
he's
least
not
you will
saying
have the
how.
mental stability to survive.
Sorry?
I'm telling you in stages.
Okay.
How are you now? Because
No,
I've
you said
explained
you
to you.
pick up this book.
Yes.
This book would help him. So how? Wait, tell me how would you? This
Okay.
book. What does it say?
Yeah, it says inna ma'al usri yusra.
Okay, say it in English so that everybody knows.
Yeah. So after hardship comes ease. Allah does not burden a soul more than they can handle.
So you will read that and that's it?
So when I read that, because those are the words of my Creator, when I'm reading that, it will have a spiritual impact on me. It will have a physical impact on me, and it will have a mental impact on me.
Okay.
So when I'm there in a jungle with no one there, and Allah is saying, "Qul huwa Allahu ahad."
Yes.
which means say He is God the One. Allahu Samad, the independent. Then I'm not going to be worried. I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm going to die. I know that Allah is independent. Yeah, He
And
does
what
not
help would it
He
give
does
you?
not beget noisy
Listen,
begotten. There's none like
the
Him.
tummy, how are you going to feed your tummy?
Well, that's the physical.
Qul huwallahu ahad, how is
Yeah.
it feeding your tummy?
What you're
Yeah.
doing and what you're saying is a misconception.
gonna eat
Misconception.
Yeah, the misconception is that you have to pick.
No.
That there is
back to him.
that-
What are you going to eat with this book?
that-
Ah,
wait. No,
Thank you.
don't jump to
That's
him.
a good question.
So he's saying that you have to pick. Yeah, and that's why at the beginning I said for what? I don't believe you have to pick. In the words of Einstein, science without religion is blind, and religion without science is lame. Yeah, one or the other. So that's the thing. Both require, need each other. Science gives us mechanisms. Religion is, and Islam is, and Allah is the creator of that
In the
mechanism.
jungle, ladies
This
and
is a
gentlemen.
category mistake, saying that you have to pick both of them. You don't have to pick one or the other. We pick both of them.
Okay, both of them, yes?
Yes.
Yes? Yes? Okay, tell me how would it help? This one first. This one.
I told you.
No, you didn't.
No,
You only
so
talk
So I
for
told
yourself.
you,
The problem is you don't
spiritual,
You didn't.
mental,
There you go. You see,
and physical. In all three aspects, this book will help you. It will give you the mental strength to help you survive.
Okay.
It will give you the spiritual strength for you to stay steadfast. And the kalam of Allah, I'm telling you, the kalam of Allah, if you are thirsty, we're told in the hadith as well that
No,
as-
Quran, no hadith.
No.
Hadith is not
no,
valid.
it is valid. It
No.
is valid.
To you,
I'm telling you, it's
Quran
valid.
more valid than
Quran is
than
valid, hadith is valid.
No.
Both are valid.
Whose hadith is Allah's word less than hadith?
No, again, this is a category mistake. We accept both.
No.
It's
My
not.
question
It's
is-
not
You
both.
don't accept both.
No,
It's not
listen
either
to the
or.
question.
Yeah.
Is Allah's word more valuable than hadith?
Hadith is
The Prophet
No, you see,
sallallahu
you're
alaihi
not
wasallam
listening.
spoke what Allah told him to speak.
Yeah.
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
Allah. Okay, what was Muhammad's?
Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was the prophet, messenger
Prophet,
of Allah.
yeah, messenger. He says two things.
Don't help.
There you go. Up goes the
Oh, go ahead.
big nose is hat. You have that. Expose me.
Expose.
That's what the messenger was. That's nice thing. Now, you
Bigger
see the
size.
hair. So,
Okay. It's okay.
he said
Doesn't matter.
Muhammad was messenger as well as prophet, yes?
He is a
Define
prophet and
prophet,
messenger.
please.
So a prophet is somebody sent by God.
Somebody sent by God. And messenger?
Yeah, somebody.
With the
So a
message.
prophet is So a prophet is somebody that's been given a sharia. A messenger comes without a sharia.
No, sir. Messenger. What is
Yeah,
a
Rasul,
messenger?
Rasul and Nabi. Rasul comes with the sharia.
Okay.
Nabi doesn't come with the sharia.
So
It's
is
a continuation.
Muhammad prophet or messenger?
He's both because a
Both.
prophet, because a Rasul is a Rasul and a Nabi. A Nabi is only a Nabi, can't be a Rasul.
Okay, so how do you know these things?
What do you mean? How do we know it? We know it from scripture. We know it
From
from
the you mean Quran, yes?
Quran and Hadith, both. Yes.
Okay, so Quran says Muhammad is a prophet.
The Quran says
Okay,
Rasul
can
and
you show
prophet.
me please? Can you prove that to me?
But you need
You
to.
know Quran, yes? You know Arabic.
Yeah.
You should be able to tell
This
me.
isn't Arabic. This is English.
Okay, so you tell me in
Bring
Arabic.
me Arabic Quran. I will show you from the Arabic.
No, he's joking now.
Who is, you are Arab, yes?
No, bring me the
ask
Arabic
him,
Quran
ask
so I
him,
can
ask
tell you from the Arabic.
No, sir, you
You
tell
understand
me.
Arabic, isn't it?
No, you tell me. No, I don't understand.
But can you read Arabic?
I would understand it when
I'd have to
say
give you
it
the
to me.
answer from the original Arabic,
Okay,
the
tell
Fusha
me.
Arabic. This is English, brother.
So find it from there.
No, but it's English. I want to
Yes,
read the
so
Fusha
that
Arabic.
The audience are.
I want to read the Fusha Arabic.
You want to read
وما
it first in
محمد
Arabic?
إلا رسول قد خلت من بعده الرسل.
No, but
He's giving you this.
yeah.
Okay, what is it?
وما محمد إلا رسول قد خلت من بعده
Yeah.
الرسل.
Now, what is in English?
That he is but a messenger.
Muhammad is a messenger. Like other before him, they are messengers.
Like other before him,
Yes.
Let's get to the point.
This
Yeah?
is Allah is
Rasul
saying,
and Nabi,
yes?
both.
Let's get to the point.
Is this
Rasul, he always can be Nabi, but Nabi he cannot be Rasul. Yeah.
okay? This is Allah saying it, yes?
Ya Allah.
Allah saying to people that Muhammad is my Nabi. Is that what? Yes. So okay, how do you know is Allah saying this?
We're losing the people. Let's speed it up a little bit.
Sorry?
You got something wrong with you.
Sir, how do you know is Allah is saying? That's all I'm asking.
How do you know it's not Allah?
You just want to know.
I'm not making the claim. I
Quran is the
didn't
word of
say.
Allah.
You said it's from Allah.
Why not ask that at the beginning?
You
then?
said.
Why not ask that at the
didn't
beginning?
you? Didn't you say it's from Allah?
The Quran is
Did
a
I
holy
say?
book.
Quran is a
Yeah,
speech of
Quran is a
Allah.
holy
That
book
is a
from Allah.
negative claim you put
No,
into
that's in
me.
the Quran it says.
Quran says yes.
Yeah, the Quran says.
Please tell them what is circular fallacy.
Make your
Explain
point
what-
so we can respond to that, isn't it? So we can have a dialogue. You're elongating it too much. You want to know about the foundations of the Quran. That's what you want to know. Saying this book, that book, you're making a category mistake.
Yeah, because
There's
you
too many
didn't continue
fallacies.
with that.
What you're doing is you're watering your arguments. You came before, it would have been a solid argument, but you're just watering it too much. Let's get to the point quickly. So you want to know the evidence that we have that the Quran is from God. Yes. Okay. So when you say evidence, are you looking for empirical evidence? Are you looking for testimony evidence?
To me. I don't know. I'm not
Okay.
familiar with it.
You're not familiar with what?
You tell me
Empirical
what
evidence.
evidence do you have? I will
Yeah, so
make
we've
my
got
assessment.
we've got prophecies in the Quran.
Okay,
that have been-
prophecies in the Quran.
that have
One.
been objectively
One
that
of
have
them.
been objectively tested as well.
Tell me one of them.
Yeah, that could be where the Prophet ﷺ was talking about the battle that was taking place between the Romans
Did you
and
hear
the
what he
Persians.
says? Prophecy. I put it to you. That is called retrospective. You understand? Tell what retrospective.
You're the one that brought it up.
Yeah.
Tell what
No, you say
retrospective
You're
is.
the one that brought it up. You can-
Prophecy.
Yeah.
He said prophecy. What is prophecy?
You don't know what prophecy is.
No, I don't.
So prophecy is, in layman's terms, it's saying that something will happen in the
Jordan
future
Peterson.
Right.
before it
Defined-
happens,
defined that.
and the accuracy and veracity of that prophecy is
Prediction.
made.
He's defining prediction.
No, prediction. If prediction, it can be made by anybody. A prophecy is something that's more accurate than, more specific
No,
than
you're
a
not giving
prediction.
time. They're not giving time. Prophecy is no time limit. I can tell you one day you're going to be ill. And when that day comes, they'll say, oh, you see, I told you.
I know.
told
And
you."
you're right.
Ah,
Yeah, because this is also a concept called cold reading as well. It's used by the fortune tellers. But this is why this prophecy is unique, because it does give a time.
okay. So, how
You
many,
said they don't give time.
How many war?
You said they don't
prophecies?
give time, isn't it?
Okay, so
But this
Muhammad
gives time.
gave time to this.
gave
yes?
time to this.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, how many wars did Persian and Romans have?
You said they don't give time.
I'm coming to it. How
But
many,
this is
how many times
let's
did
deal
they
with
have?
this. Why did the Prophet give time then?
Which time? Where? Where?
It's in the Quran.
Yes.
That within
where
six
in the-
within 6 to 9
than
years,
10
Yes.
the
Six-
Byzantines,
Yes.
most popularly known as the Romans, they will beat the Persians.
Okay, but how many times did they have war?
In that time, none.
12 times.
Not in that
yes,
time.
12
That's
times.
false.
12 times, ladies
false.
and gentlemen. All right, that's debunked. Go to the other prophecy.
No, that's false.
Yes.
Because the Byzantines were losing. You can't just recover and within a space to 6 to 9 years, you can't have 12 battles.
No, this is from. I said, how many times did
No,
they have
no.
war?
The Prophet ﷺ said,
The Quran claim itself is from Allah. The Quran itself claim from Allah. If I say this is mine, if anyone dispute that, prove yourself it's not mine. Simple as
No,
that.
but you are making clear
Allah
it's yours.
says his
I'm
Quran
not.
is
You
the word of
understand what he
Allah.
says?
yeah, but he's also got a point as well that
Yeah.
if the Quran is making that point and you want to disprove that,
Yeah, you have to
then
prove
yeah,
it.
you
Then
can.
I have to see Allah, not
you
you.
need to
No, you
provide
have
the
to
evidence.
prove it's not from Allah.
Listen.
Quran says it's from Allah.
Is that
so
really your
it's for
criteria
you
to
to
So
say
who
it's
is
not
saying?
from.
Quran is saying.
Quran itself, yeah.
So who is Quran?
What do you mean who's Quran? No one Quran.
Allah, no. Who? Allah is words, isn't it?
Quran, you have it on your
So
hand.
where
no
That's
one.
fine. I get your point. I get
He
your
understood it
that's
anyway.
fine.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I'm saying that the Prophet ﷺ said between 6 to 9 years, the Byzantines will beat the Persians. And I'm telling you, and your claim is that within that period, 12 battles took place. What's your evidence?
So is that because of that? Therefore, is the word of Allah?
Did 12 battles take place in
Yes,
that time?
yeah.
I don't think there's a single historian that will say between the 6 to 9 year period, 12 battles took place.
Yes,
And give me one peer-reviewed evidence that proves this, please.
I will bring it to next week.
Oh, but you made the claim, though,
That's
isn't
all
it?
right. Yes, I will bring it. I said it. I'm not.
Okay, because I'm
Go to
telling
the
you,
next one.
I've studied this,
Okay,
and
go
I'm
to
telling
the-
you it's completely
There was never
false.
war, yeah?
So this
Is that
has been
what you're
debunked,
saying?
yeah?
No.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying when the Byzantines were losing, They lost Jerusalem, Constantinople, Egypt.
In one go, in many wars.
No, in that
In many-
particular battle.
In one
In
go.
that battle, yes.
In that battle, how many days? Or did it take years, months? How many?
It would last an incredibly long period.
Exactly.
No, but here's the thing now. They lost all of these places. Heraclius was shamed. A plague broke out. For you to say now that they recovered, between 6 to 9 years, they had 12 battles, and after that 12 battle
I'm not
period,
saying recovered. I'm saying
that's
they
very
had
unreasonable.
At least 12 wars
No,
between them.
that's no
right?
problem.
And Muhammad
But we're
is not specifying which one. You
the
understand?
Prophet from his time said, from this time, 6 to 9 years,
Yes.
the Byzantines will beat the Persians.
So okay, so what the time that they've lost?
Now, what do you
that's
think
it.
about this?
I'm just saying the time that
It's amazing.
No, sir.
You're impressed?
No,
Of course you
not at
are.
all.
Because you said yourself prophecies don't come with time
No, during that time,
specificities.
they had many times war, ladies and gentlemen. So one
No
of
evidence,
them,
ladies and gentlemen, no evidence.
All right, go to
Give
the
me
next
one evidence.
All
Just
right,
one, just one.
Go to the other one.
Give me a weak evidence.
You are teaching
I
him
haven't got
free.
any
No
at
evidence.
the moment. I will bring
Debunk.
the next. Okay, you consider that. Okay.
No, do you consider it? Because you brought no
I said
evidence.
I will bring you
okay,
evidence.
let me give you evidence then. I'll give you evidence. I'll give you a Christian source, not a Muslim source, because I don't want to fall in circular reasoning, yeah? Chronicles of Theophanes. He verified that exactly when the Prophet ﷺ said 6 to 9 years,
No, I'm
The-
not saying
the
no.
Persians
I'm
were
saying how
defeated.
many wars did they have that time?
look, I'm saying in that period,
Said-
it's not possible to have 12 battles. They only
All
had
right,
one.
so we will find out then. I will bring you.
I'm
the,
telling you,
maybe-
Chronicles of Theophanes, this is a primary
I'm
source
not
evidence.
saying it's incorrect. I'm saying how many wars did they have during that time?
None,
So-
other than the one.
All right, move on.
That's
then.
what I'm
Okay.
saying.
That's one. Yeah.
It's okay for you to be impressed.
Exactly. Thank you. Yeah, that's what I said. I will go and find out for him. He's picked up only one, but Persian have
Yeah.
won many times also.
During
But I
that,
will bring that.
from
That
the
is
time
correct
of the
what you said.
prophet's prophecy to the 6 to 9 year period, only one took place. One
One
battle
more,
took
yeah?
place. Only
I
one
will
took
find
place.
out, no problem.
Yeah, only one major battle took place in which the Byzantines
Zishan,
beat the
move on.
Persians.
Come on.
Yeah?
What's the
But what
next?
do you think about that now?
I said I will bring you detail as
And
this
that's
gentleman
fine,
said
but I
something
want
very
to know
nice.
your opinion because you said number one, the dates are not normally given. People use circular reasoning. I haven't used circular reasoning. I've given you an objective source, Chronicles of Theophanes. I've given you a time period. And that the Quran, I
Sir,
can give you manuscripts.
You saying
I can give you,
between
listen.
6 to 9 years, yes?
Listen. Yeah. Because
Right.
I can now give you carbon dated manuscripts that date the Quran when it was written to the time of preservation.
All right. So this is
Now
your
what-
next one, yeah?
Now, what do you think about this?
Okay. So where is that? Where is that?
Look. What do you think about what I said?
Listen.
Let's have a human interaction.
That's what I'm saying.
Are you impressed?
Yeah, very impressed.
Thank
but where
you.
is it? Where is that piece?
Well, where's the war? The battle?
No. You said carbon dioxide.
Yeah, University of Birmingham.
So how many pages?
There's 4 folios.
4, yes? So it dates to that period, yes?
Yes, been carbon dated by the
Okay.
University of Oxford.
But that doesn't
It's been
prove it's
carbon
the
dated.
word of Allah,
I
ladies and
know,
gentlemen.
that's not what I'm saying.
What are you saying?
I'm still talking about the battle argument that I'm saying.
Oh, you
the
still on
Romans.
that?
I'm giving you supporting evidence. I gave you a primary source evidence.
Yeah, okay, I said
now
I will
I'm giving you
bring you
manuscript
details,
evidence,
I will bring
and you
you.
said you were impressed. Yeah.
Yeah, very good.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank
So
you.
what is your next support?
Supporting for the Quran being veracious. Yeah.
You said that because there was a prophecy.
Yeah, prophecies in the Quran. Yeah. And lack of contradictions. No contradictions in the
No
Quran.
contradiction in Quran.
There is no contradiction in Quran.
My brother.
No.
So no contradiction in Quran.
No.
No.
Is that what you say?
Yeah.
So if you bring contradiction,
Bring it.
yes?
You can attempt to bring contradictions.
Okay, what is contradiction? What do you mean by contradiction?
So a contradiction is when you have one thing that goes completely against the other thing, and when you take the context of the whole book into consideration, there's no solid evidence to satisfy that contradiction. So if there's an apparent contradiction, you look in the Quran to get a bigger picture, and if the picture is not satisfied by the Quran or the Hadith, then that would be a contradiction.
Like your image today is a contradiction with you.
That's fine. So because of that, there is no contradiction. Therefore, is the word of Allah. Is that what you say?
Yeah, because if something comes
No.
from God,
Yes or
it
no?
should,
Yes.
so if something comes from God, it shouldn't have contradictions.
Okay, but is this the no God? No Allah. We're talking about Allah here.
Sorry?
Is this the word of
Yeah, what are
Allah?
they debating
Because
about?
we couldn't find any contradiction.
If something comes from God, it shouldn't have contradictions.
No
in it.
God. You say Allah. No. Don't say God. Allah.
Yeah.
Read it.
Say it, please.
Say what?
Allah.
Yeah,
Don't do
Allah.
it. Don't do it.
That's what it started with.
No. Don't do it.
If a book came from someone other than Allah, then there would be contradictions in it.
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
I know.
okay, Allah, yes? Yeah, but how do you know it's from Allah?
This brother told me
There
that-
are a few indicators, and you're asking for
this brother
indicators.
telling me the
When the
debate's
book
about
comes,
if you find the Quran,
you analyze the prophecies, you look at the contradictions.
I've
You
said that I've
look.
accepted it, but how do we know it's from Allah,
just
not
Don't-
from another God?
Don't just wait for your time to speak. First, listen to my answer. Then you want to refute it. But let me make the point first.
Because the Prophet
Zishan, you're
ﷺ
repeating.
couldn't read
I'm
and
not.
write. That's it, Zishan. Prophet ﷺ couldn't read
So
and
the
write.
Quran, let's just say there is a book. First, if the book is making a claim, that was what the brother was saying, yeah? That the Quran is making the claim that it is from God. So the claim is in the Quran. Now you need to analyze that claim. Does it come from God? Yeah, what's the criteria for it to come from God? Well, what does the Quran say? There are prophecies in the Quran. Okay, the structure of the Quran, there have to be miracles, there have to be something special, miraculous nature within the Quran that an average-minded individual
So this is the
can look at.
criteria by
Yeah,
whom
these
set?
are the criteria.
Okay, by set by whom?
So there are certain criteria that are mentioned
Can you
in
have
the
some
Quran.
respect
There
for
are
the Quran? Can you
certain,
put this on top of the science book? Is that right?
there are certain criteria.
Look, there are people getting hungry, dying, and you concerned with this. What you say?
Yeah, so there's certain criteria that's mentioned in the Quran. There are certain
He
criteria.
said it goes both together, hand in
There's
hand.
certain criteria.
The fact that he couldn't read and write, that is a proof in itself.
Have you read the Quran? Have you seen how it's written?
Who's that?
Alright, if you brought all the humans and all the jinns together, they
There
will
are
not be able to
certain
compete.
Logical. There are certain logical criteria.
You can write a book that's just like the Quran. You can write a book that's just like the Quran.
Yeah.
Then okay, then prove it to us, please. Huh?
Science book.
Really? That's
Yeah, better than Quran.
So there are certain logical criteria.
His science
that a
book better
person-
than
brother,
Quran.
brother,
Yes.
later. There are certain logical criteria. There are certain criteria that are mentioned in the Quran. And yeah, when you have these and you couple them together, you get certain criteria. For certain people, their criteria might be
Who
less.
sets the criteria, Zishan?
I've just answered you. There are certain criteria. There are certain criteria that are in the Quran, and that criteria in the Quran is logically understandable from us.
Oh, so it's based on crowd wisdom, yes?
It's based upon reason and logic and common sense.
Okay, give me your first premise for your reasoning. And
Of what?
the criteria you
Okay, so if I was talking about contradictions, correct? I was talking about
No,
contradictions.
criteria. Who
Yeah, so
sets
one of the
cri-
criteria, well, criteria for the infallibility of the Quran.
Yes, that
Yeah, some
no,
pe-
this is the word of Allah.
Okay.
This is the word
Yeah,
of
so some people, they will come to the park. Some people will come to the park and they only have 2-3 criteria.
Have your friend come.
Some people will have more criteria. So criteria is subjective to each individual, just like evidence is subjective.
Okay.
Yeah. Some people require physical evidence. Some people require emotional evidence. Some people
Tell me
require
about yours.
testimonial
Then. Tell me
evidence.
about yours. If it's subjective,
well, I
then
would-
demonstrate your subjective.
Well, I would say,
experience.
yeah, I would say that if it was other than if a book came from something other than God,
Okay.
then it
Allah,
wouldn't.
use Allah. Don't say God.
Yeah, God, Allah, yeah, sorry, Allah, no
but
problem.
in Quran says Allah, never
Alright,
says
thank you
God.
for the
Yeah.
reminder.
No problem. It says Rabb, Lord. It says Rabb as well.
Rabb, okay,
Lord,
use-
no problem. Yeah,
Use the one that Allah is
no
known
problem.
by.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah, no
We'll
problem.
do that. Don't worry.
So
I had a question on that for you, by the way.
yeah, let's stick with one combo because we lose
sorry.
our train of thought. Yeah. So when you're looking at
No, you were going to
yeah.
give me your subjective experience.
Yeah, so I'm saying
Because
that
if
if
you are
somebody
saying-
says, somebody comes to the park,
Faulty analogy.
not necessarily.
Yes.
Not necessarily.
Somebody, we know that somebody.
No, but you haven't let me finish. If you
No,
let me
because
finish,
it's faulty. How
no,
can I?
you'll actually agree with that. If someone comes to the park and they say, I believe I have a book from God, it's the Vedas. Somebody comes to the park, say, I have a book from God, it's the Bible. Somebody comes to the park, says, I have a book from God, it's the Quran. Is that a faulty analogy? No, it's
You're
not.
comparing it with what? Sorry,
I'm comparing it with the three claims that all three books are from God.
so I would
so that
challenge
is-
them differently.
Yeah. So the point that I'm saying, because you're asking my criteria, is my first question would be, amongst other questions, is your book the same that it was when it was revealed? Is it preserved?
Okay.
Does that make sense to you?
When you say preserve, what
Yes.
do you mean by preserve?
Exactly the same as it was when it was
Okay.
revealed.
Exactly.
Does that make sense?
No, it doesn't. I will
So
challenge
the
you.
word of God can
I
be
will
changed.
Yeah. No. The
I
word
don't think you're
of
being
God
logical. I
is-
thought you would have considered this point quickly.
No, sir. It's given to whom this word?
Whoever it's given to is given. Well,
Okay,
we
thank
believe
you.
it's given
Whoever,
to a
yes.
prophet,
That's
to a
fine.
prophet,
Well,
to a
we go
messenger of
with
God.
Messenger of God.
Yes.
And what did messenger of God do?
Sorry?
What did messenger of God
They
do
convey
with the
the
word
message.
was given?
Yeah, so they convey it to the people
To the people, yes? And what happened
in its
then?
exact form.
In exact form, yes. So what happened then?
Then they convey it to the people in
So
the
don't
exact
they
form.
write it down?
Well, that's
Ah.
no, but here's the distinction
I've
now.
got you,
You
Zishan.
didn't, because you just. I was actually thinking you were going to bring better arguments, because there's a distinction between Christianity and Islam.
Forget that.
No.
The word was given to Muhammad,
No.
yes?
Because the Quran was memorized from cover to cover, beginning to end. The Bible was not. The
Bible is different,
No,
yes.
the Bible believes it's divine as well.
Divine, but
Yes.
not the word of Jesus.
No, but
They
if it's
don't claim
divine,
that.
but if it's divine, it's a word of God. No,
No, that is different, sir.
doesn't it have
No, the
divine
word
origins?
is more important, or they I don't know how
Both
they
have godly origins,
Okay. First, let's
and
stick
both
with
need to be
yours.
preserved. Yes.
So, the word is coming via an angel, yes? You say.
Yes.
I give you all these things. These are challengeable just for the sake of argument, yes? And what does
I want to understand
Prophet do?
I want to
What
understand the
does the Prophet-
preservation, though.
Yeah,
Why
I'm
would you
coming
not-
to it,
yeah.
yes.
Why
What
would
does
you
the
not accept it?
prophet do with this revelation? Is that revelation you
Yeah.
call?
So he memorizes it and then he conveys it to others.
To others, and they memorize. But they never write them
They
down?
memorize and they wrote it down
Thank
as well.
you. So they wrote it down with his timing?
Yes, at his
Yes?
time. Yes.
Okay, thank you. So you're not going to disagree with what I'm going to say in a minute, yes?
I don't know. You haven't said it. Yet.
Thank you. So you see, I can't quote you again.
You haven't caught me with anything. You haven't made a point.
So, who
Maha.
would,
What's Maha?
who would verify? Who would verify?
Maha. What did you say,
I
Maha?
was going to Muhammad.
Okay.
Who would verify Muhammad's revelations, Quranic sayings? Who would verify, please?
Everybody.
Jibreel
You,
alayhi salam.
me, everyone.
sir.
Jibreel alayhi salam in the month of Ramadan, akhi. Come on, give it to him.
No, sir. They've written it down.
Yes.
Yes? They have written it down.
Yes.
They have written it down,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Who would see, the dictation you give
Yes.
to your child or brother or someone, yes? You're a teacher, you used to be a teacher. And you would do the correction, yes? Yes? Am I right?
Go on, make the point. Yeah.
So, Muhammad has given this and people have memorized it. Now they're writing it then down, yes?
Yes.
So who would say, oh yes, that is correct, tick, move to the next verse and so on. Who would say that?
The scholar, the ijma',
No sir, I'm talking about that time.
and I'm answering you. The ijma'.
No, ijma' I could not do. Muhammad has to do it. Or Allah has to verify correctly with it.
You're not making sense. So the Prophet ﷺ is reciting the Quran. Yeah, the Quran is being written down.
Yeah.
As it's written down, there are at least two witnesses that
Yeah.
are seeing that companion write it down.
Right.
The companion then recites it back to the Prophet. There are other companions that can read. There are other companions that can read it. The Prophet is listening. The companions are reading it in Salah. The Prophet is hearing. The other companions are hearing. If, as a collective, they are all hearing it, that is ijma'. That is the definition of ijma'.
Correct, but who is writing them down?
The companions, plural.
I know, but who is verifying?
The
How do
people
we
that-
know companions
I just
are
answered
writing
that.
something different?
I just,
Is it valid, this question?
I
or
gave
not?
you an answer, but you didn't ponder upon the answer.
Zishan,
As it's,
is it possible? You're a logical person. You understand possibilities and probabilities,
No,
yes?
listen.
Let me challenge you on this.
No. The point that you made, I want to answer the point first, and remember the point that you're saying. I don't want to divert from the point. Okay, you said possibilities, yeah?
And probability.
Okay.
We'll go with that.
Okay. So when it came to this point, you said, who is verifying it? Now, I knew you were going to come with this, and I immediately gave you a response. Yeah, but you didn't have time to process it. Let me repeat it again. The Prophet is reciting it. The companions are writing it and reciting it.
Correct, I've said
Yes?
that, yeah.
Now there are certain companions that are seeing at least two, as the companion is writing it, they are verifying that he is writing exactly that which he has heard.
Okay.
He is now reciting it in prayer, in Ramadan, and the Prophet is hearing and witnessing all of this taking place. Indeed, I know the point that you're going to say, the Prophet was unlettered. How could he double check what's written? But what I'm saying is that there were enough people that could read or write, that had come from different areas, different families, that could have verified and could have said that's a mistake there. And if that companion is now reciting it to the Prophet could say that's a mistake. And there were so many different manuscripts, and they had to corroborate.
So you telling me these things as if you were there, yes? You witness all these things, yes? Is that how it is?
Yes.
You see how you beautifying and glorifying all these logic?
Well, that's how we talk about history, isn't it?
Tell me, what is the difference? Possibilities and probabilities.
Yes,
tell me,
correct.
what is it?
You tell me, you're the one that brought it up. I don't know.
No, but
what.
do you understand possibilities and probability?
Yeah, they're pretty much synonyms of each other.
Yeah, but what does it mean?
You tell me.
What
how
is the possibility of it?
Are you using it in a philosophical sense?
No,
are you using it in a...
I'm using mathematics.
Okay, go ahead, tell
Tell
me.
me, what is it? What does it mean?
Possibility or
To
probability?
you, yeah, what does it mean?
It's I don't know. I would have thought it's a synonym of each other. Like, what's the chance of something happening?
Okay, what is it? What's the chance of something happening?
Well, you measure that, isn't it?
Okay, by what?
Well, it depends. If you're doing something, if you've got data, you can use data to measure it, or you can use sociological study to measure it. That's what I'm saying. I want to know.
So what is probability then?
Can you just make your point? I feel like I'm just defining
Just say I
everything.
don't know then, yeah?
Well, if you're going to use it as part of your argument, I need to know how you're defining it.
Would you say possibility, if you say possibility means 50-50, something could happen, 50 chance happen, 50 chance might not happen? Would you
No,
accept that possibility?
that's a gross simplification of saying something's 50-50.
Okay, you tell me then, what is it?
Because something could be 1 out of 10, something could be 2 out of 10.
Thank you. So that is, you're going to probability now, yes?
Okay, look, because you're going to use this in your argument, I want you to tell me. Yes.
Listen, that's what I'm doing. I said, would you accept when they say possibility, something is possible, it's 50-50. Do you accept that?
No,
Why not?
because possible could be 40-60.
So that is called highly unlikely or highly not unlikely.
That's probability.
Probability,
Certain,
yes. So, but what is
likely,
possible?
likely.
So above 50 is likely, yes?
Yeah.
The more,
That's a primary school graph, but yeah,
but
that's
you didn't
fine.
say it.
Yeah,
So
it's fine,
the
it's
more,
fine.
the higher we go towards 100 is higher probability.
Yes,
Possibility.
no problem.
The below you go is less probability, yes?
How's it going? You okay? Yeah.
Just perfect, thank you.
Yeah,
You both have magnificent beards.
Oh, thank you.
both of us.
One's real, one's not.
No, mine is genuine.
Do you have one
I have a
underneath
question
it?
now. for
Wait
you.
a minute.
Is your beard fake?
Yes,
Is
yes.
your nose, is everything fake?
Oh, thank you.
Right, is everything you say fake?
No one.
Is-
Look, you're disrespecting this knowledgeable man.
No, I've got-
If you
these are-
stand
these are-
here,
these
you
are
learn a
questions.
thing and you respect
Go on, make it fun.
So, sir, so we understood. So is it possible that they may have written something different? Forget about the explanation you gave me. There were 4 people there,
Yeah.
2 people here, and so on.
Is there a possibility
That they have written something wrong.
sociologically no?
But they have read
No.
read it out. No?
No, because we believe that
Okay.
the quotations of the Quran are mutawatir.
So, ladies and gentlemen, he said no, yes? You sure? It's not possible, yes?
It's not possible.
So why did Osman
The mutawatir, yeah?
Yeah. Why did Osman burn down many Qurans?
He didn't ban many Qurans. He banned. There's a difference between parchment and papyri. Papyri are stuff that are temporary. Parchment is something that lasts the test of time. And Uthman radiallahu anhu, he didn't ban.
Word of Allah.
Uthman-
We're talking about word
No,
of
no, no, no,
Allah,
no, no.
not parchment.
We
Justification.
are. Because
Ladies and
no.
gentlemen, he's
The
trying
word
to
of Allah,
justify.
the word of Allah is the word of Allah. But when it's written down,
Yes.
you can't now say that is that's the writing of the people. Yes.
So you came to me then now. Possibility.
necessarily.
Possibility.
No, because the point that I used, and you sidestepped this point very quickly. Actually, no, you didn't take it seriously, which is mutawatir. Uthman radiallahu anhu didn't ban the mutawatir.
Okay, what does mutawatir mean?
Mutawatir means there are so many different chains
Chain of what?
of narration.
Quran. He means Quran.
No, mutawatir narration.
Narration what?
The chains.
Narration of who?
Chains of narrations of companions that have
No.
witnessed
We're
X.
talking about Quran. We're not talking about
Yes.
stories.
And where is the Quran coming from? It's coming from the narrations of the people.
So why would this man burn
Yeah, he's
So many
burning
of
that which is not mutawatir.
narration? Yes.
Yes.
So is it Quranic?
Written down manuscripts.
yes?
Yeah,
Quranic.
written down manuscripts
Quranic?
of Quranic. Yeah.
Quranic.
Yeah.
So word of Allah.
That's not the word of Allah. No.
So I've got him, ladies and gentlemen. So if it's not word of Allah, therefore they have
You
defeated.
didn't let me finish.
They have to be here.
You didn't let me finish.
Here, come here, please, because it's too far. This side.
You didn't let me
Don't
finish.
mind, let them people.
The scribal errors are not the word of Allah.
It's too far. They can't hear.
The scribal errors are not the word of Allah. Look, you get distracted too quickly. You don't have to answer him.
Disrespect to you.
No, but don't get distracted, then it affects our discussion. Because you feel like you got me, which is no problem.
No. As in got you, not as in
No problem, no
no
problem.
No.
But I want to explain
in your
to
mind,
you.
because you have a beautiful mind. It's working, all over.
But I want to show you something though. But when it's an incomplete point, I can't show you. So when
you're trying to distract my mind. You're clever. Wait a minute. You
So-
said
so-
narration. Narration is Quranic, yes?
Yeah, so
Thank you.
Quranic narration that's written down.
Then Allah has made
I
a
have to make
claim
this
that
point.
whoever.
I have to make this point though, yeah? Because you're saying that thing that is written down that's being burnt, that thing that's written down that's been burnt could have scribal errors in it. That scribal error is not the word of God. I had to make this point clear.
So how did they make that scribal errors?
They made that scribal error because they're human beings writing it down when it's been.
Ladies and gentlemen,
It's not mutawatir.
when I said to you earlier on,
It's not
is it
mutawatir.
possible? You refused to say,
Right.
yes, it could be.
But the Uthmanic rasam is that which is mutawatir and accepted by ijma'. There's a distinction here. But individual parchments and manuscripts, they are not mutawatir, they haven't been verified. But the one Uthman radiallahu anhu did
Whether
was in the
mutawatir or
presence of
not,
all the companions.
Quranic, yes? They were Quranic.
Quranic, but there's one Quranic which is
Where is that?
mutawatir
Where is that
from
one
Allah.
Quran? Where is
That
the-
Quran is the one that we have today and that's preserved in our hearts.
No, sir. The one that came to the chest of Muhammad.
That's the one that's come
Where
to
is
our
it?
chest
Where
as
is
well.
it? I want
It's in our hearts as well.
No, sir. The one that came directly to Muhammad and he said it.
Any Arabic
They made the
Quran you
book.
pick up, any Arabic Quran you pick up, that's the same.
So what do I compare it with? Where is the original?
The original is
I'm
in.
doubting. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm doubting.
No problem.
So can you help me
That's
with
fine.
this?
Yeah. So if you, because you have to understand archaeology is an inductive process. So we haven't discovered all of the manuscripts and everything. So if you are relying solely on manuscripts, I would refer you to the Topkapi manuscript and the Birmingham manuscript.
Therefore, it's justified, my doubt, yes? I can doubt.
You can say and do what you want.
Say, so can you say. You just trap yourself. Yes? But you go back because it's called slippery slopes.
No, you said what can I compare it with? I've given you an older manuscript you can compare it with.
Where is it?
In Topkapi in Turkey and the other one's University of
But
Birmingham.
how many pages, how many verses there?
Topkapi is 99%, only about 2 pages are missing.
Right, so that 2 pages could be the answer to my...
No, but those 2 pages are found in the Sana'a manuscript.
Right, so that is 100%.
So we're all covered, yeah.
But why are you not producing it to the world?
It is.
Where is it?
I have a copy at home. It's called the Ageless Timeless Quran, which has got it's got one chapter with 7 manuscripts, one above the other, comparing the writing,
Okay.
and you can see it yourself.
So, all right, we
I can
say
give
you've managed it, yes?
I can give you the book.
accept that
Okay.
for the sake of argument. But how
I
do
can
we,
give you this book, by the way.
how do we know it's the word of Allah?
I can give you the book, by the way.
No
if you
problem,
want.
thank you. How do we know it's the word of Allah? How do we know, sir?
Yeah, so that
I know
was
you went to...
No, that was the criteria I was discussing, but sometimes the tangents can become a bit longer. So one is you have to see if there's a claim. Like if you're comparing Harry Potter with the Quran, Harry Potter doesn't claim to be from God. Yeah, so you can't analyze the claim.
Okay.
The Quran does claim it's from God. First you look at the claims in the Quran. You don't have to accept them as a disbeliever or maybe as a believer. You don't have to accept them, but I think maybe you would agree that they are logical. If something's written other than God, it would have contradictions in it. If it's coming sporadically,
Allah.
Yeah,
I'm saying,
from Allah.
I'm saying no one could have written it, yes? But why Allah?
Allah is the name of God.
So is it possible it could have been from another source? Do
No,
you give that
no.
possibility to me?
Look, if a creator, if you accept that there's a creator and that creator can be demonstrated and proved, he sent a prophet that can be demonstrated and proved, then it
Sir, I'm
necessitates.
saying everything yes, but
Yes.
how do we know it's from Allah? That's what I want to know.
That's why I'm saying you analyze the
But
claims
you
that it
didn't
comes with.
demonstrate, Muhammad.
Yes, of course.
No, you haven't.
Yes, the miraculous nature of the Quran in terms of numerical precision, in terms of structural precision, in terms of historical accuracies. Let me
No,
give you
sir,
an
it's incorrect.
Let me give
what
you-
was the first verse?
Let me give you
All
one
right,
example.
Miracle, yes?
Shall I give you one example?
Please tell me what was the first.
Shall I give you one example?
You will give me later.
Okay, no problem.
What was the first verse?
Iqra.
Iqra, yes? Where is Iqra? Where do you find Iqra?
What do you mean?
It should have come the first chapter, wouldn't it?
It is in the first chapter.
Chapter, where does it?
There's one chapter which is regarded as the first in terms of revelation, chronology, and there's another in terms of the Mus'haf.
Okay. So, Iqra, yes?
Yes. And bear in mind, I also
One
told
moment.
you that the revelation came circumstantially.
Okay.
Go
But
ahead.
you did not say, ladies and gentlemen, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, yes?
Yes.
Why didn't you say that?
Because Bismillah wasn't the first revelation.
Thank you. And this is honest. So, Bismillah was made by?
No, Bismillah is in the Quran, by the way.
No, it's not.
It is in the
has
Quran.
never been.
It is in the Quran.
Sir, when you
I'm
use
telling you, it's
your
in the
hand,
Quran.
yes, surah
It's
hand.
it's in the surah. It's in a
No,
surah.
it's later. It has come to.
But it's in the Quran though.
Yes, but who's put it there?
No, it's part of revelation.
I'm saying it says.
Look, listen.
It doesn't say Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
Yeah, it doesn't come there.
Why?
Why does it need to come there?
So, okay, when you say your hand, Qul huwa Allah, all that, yes, why do you say Bismillah?
Because the Prophet ﷺ told us to, but we don't believe that that's part of the Quran.
Sir, you see, justify everything I've asked. This is clever man. He's justifying. Justification.
Let me make one thing clear, yeah? When it comes to, because I understand the point that you're trying to make, maybe you're missing me slightly. The words Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim come in front of every chapter. Yeah? What he's saying is that should be the first revelation and that was added in. My point to him is Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim is not something that is alien to the Quran. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim is actually included in the Quran in a different surah. However, reciting Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim before reciting any surah is something that's been told to us by the Prophet. We don't believe that that's part of revelation. That's the distinction I wanted to make clear. I was hoping that he would understand, but let's see.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Does that make sense now, yeah?
all of them, yeah. All of them, all. So, Iqra Bismillah Khalaq,
Yeah.
right? Why
bless
does
my
it
bro.
have Bismillah?
Take care, bro. I hope to see you in the
future, man.
Inshallah.
If
Take care,
there
bro.
was no Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, why does it have Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim?
Because the Prophet ﷺ told us to recite Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim
No,
before the surah.
Prophet shouldn't have said it because Allah has never said it. So
Allah
that
has
is
said Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim in the Quran.
okay, what does it mean, Bismillah?
In the name of Allah, the most kind, the most merciful.
So Allah would say to himself, the most, it doesn't make sense, sir.
Say that point again.
You saying Allah is saying Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
I said that the Prophet ﷺ told us to recite this before the surahs, and now you said that I said that Allah said. So that's why I'm failing to understand what you mean by that.
What I'm saying, Allah would say this to himself, yes? Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
No, the Quran has been revealed to us so we can communicate with Allah.
Okay. So communicate, yes? So you
Yes, it's
understand
a bridge
Arabic?
of communication.
So you understand Arabic?
Alhamdulillah, it's better than what it used to be.
You also understand Arabic, yes?
Alhamdulillah,
You know
it's better than
the
what it used
meaning
to
of everything I will read
be. Not
to you.
everything, no.
Yes, you do.
I'm still a student.
Alif Lam
Hey, start with
Mim.
Bismillah. Start with Bismillah.
Bismillah was never, is made up by you. What does it mean, sir?
Alif Lam Mim. That's a mutashabihat.
What does that mean?
It means
say it
it's
in English,
a
people.
verse whose explanation Allah has not given us, to humble us, not to leave us to be arrogant, to believe that we've found the elixir of life and we know everything.
So, where did you find what you just said? Where is it written?
It's in the Quran.
So Alif Lam Mim is that, yes?
Yes.
Did you understand? He says Alif Lam Mim. He gave his justification again. I will go further anyway. ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين. What does it mean, sir?
ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه. This is the book in which there is
Yes,
no.
he didn't say that. What is hada? Hada means what, sir?
Hada, some have translated it as that, indeed.
As that, yes?
Referring to the Lawh al-Mahfuz.
Ah, Lawhul Mahfuz. Where is that?
Lawh al-Mahfuz is in heaven.
Ladies and gentlemen, I didn't say Zalikal Quran. Yes? I said Zalikal Kitab. It doesn't say Zalikal Quran. Yes?
The Quran is a kitab.
No. No.
In
then
the
what?
Lawh al-Mahfuz it is.
Okay.
It's
Zalika.
written in order of revelation.
Okay. Hada
Sorry,
means.
wait. It's written in order of the Mus'haf that we have today.
Hada means. Hello, how are you? Look, he's not saying hello. Hada means this. Zalika means that. Yes?
Some translate it as this, some translate it
No,
as
sir.
that.
What is this scholarly ijma you say?
This is the book in which there's no
This
doubt.
is, yes? He said this. So where is this book? Where is this? Where is it?
Yeah, we have it. You have it
Where
as
is
well.
it?
It's there.
I want to confirm this book.
Yeah, we have it.
Zalikal kitab la rayba fi. Say it in English, please.
This is the book in which there's no doubt.
This there's no doubt, yes? But I just created doubt for you. Remember earlier on?
Not
You
necessarily.
said there was some in Turkey, some in Sana'a, somewhere.
No, we don't believe that the Quran is solely dependent upon manuscript evidence. That again is fallacious reasoning. And you don't accept that either.
Okay, so what is it based on then?
No, you said what can I compare it with? I said that if you're going with empirical manuscript-based evidence, then that's what we have so far. You can excavate more, you can find more projects, and I'm sure they'll find Quran in their entirety that can carbon date to, you can find bigger extents to the Birmingham manuscript. But again, it's relying upon human excavation.
Okay, so everything I've said, he has justified, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for your justification.
My pleasure.
I think it's best to call it a day now. Yeah?
Okay, we can do, yeah.
We'll come back another time.
Of course.
I will question you next time. Thank you for giving me your...
No problem, and thank you for
Appreciate that.
reciting
You're very nice.
so well. Very nice to hear that.
Thank you. I've worked on it a lot.
Mashallah, very nice. Qari Abdul Basit, I like it.
However, one more before you go, just one more. What is Shahada? Ladies and gentlemen, to clarify Shahada, what Shahada means?
Yes, Shahada is the testification of faith.
Testification of faith. To whom?
The testification is done for yourself primarily.
For me, yes?
Yes.
So I'm saying Shahada for what?
You're saying Shahada for yourself to allow you to have that connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
So I need to inform Allah that I have accepted Allah's.
So you need to inform your own self, your own spirit, your own soul. That's what the Quran says. Have you
then
seen
why
the
do I
people?
need to
Have
say
you
it?
seen the people that have wronged themselves?
Quran says yes.
Yeah. Have you seen the people that have wronged
Saying to
themselves?
whom?
Saying to us.
No, I haven't seen. Have you seen?
Yeah, of course, in the Quran.
No, he's asking a question.
Saying, have you seen the people that have wronged themselves? If you haven't seen them, no problem. You haven't seen them.
No, but what is shahada? Say, you try. You
So
clever.
shahada
Yes.
is a declaration of faith. It's you declaring to yourself, to the people around you, that you have indeed accepted Islam, and you're acknowledging you're acknowledging Allah. You're acknowledging
So
your Creator.
I'm saying it to Allah. I'm informing Allah. Yes, of
You're
my.
not informing Him.
Yes.
What you're doing is you're informing yourself, because Allah doesn't need to be informed. Yeah.
Witnessing. Yes. All right. Can you tell me what entails shahada?
Yeah, it's simply accepting.
No, sir.
And it's simply accepting and declaring that there's none worthy of worship besides Allah, and Muhammad is a messenger of Allah.
No, I bear witness. You didn't say it correctly. Say it correctly, please.
Well, that's shahada. There's the kalima la ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. Shahada is I testify, or I bear witness.
Not testify. I bear witness.
Both. They're synonyms. I bear witness.
I bear witness. Yes.
I bear witness.
I bear witness. He said.
Yes.
Okay.
I bear witness there's none worthy of worship besides Allah, and I bear witness that Muhammad is a messenger of
Okay.
Allah.
Thank you. You said bear witness. What does that mean? Bearing witness. Bear witness. What does it mean? Bear witness.
Yes.
What does it mean?
Well, bearing witness means that you accept something.
No, sir.
Wait. That you've come across enough evidence that it has now turned into something that is absolutely certain that you can't deny.
In the court of the law.
Not in the court. That's not the
I'm
standard that
saying
we
to
have.
you- I'm giving you comparison.
I know what you're saying. You're going to say testification. You can only testify once you've seen something.
Thank
and
you.
I'm telling you that's not always the case. You can testify, and I can testify. I can testify that my mother is my mother,
Yes.
and I don't, and I have never done a DNA test. I can't see it.
Why would you do that?
I do a DNA test.
Because you have no reason to say my mother is not my mother.
And that's why.
Unless you doubt him, you go to
Then you
what?
would. If you doubt, then you would get a DNA test.
That's right. Then they will tell you yay or nay.
If there's a reason to doubt.
That's right. But you don't have that now, right?
Yeah.
So what about this?
So when a
You
person's
bear
testifying,
witness-
when a person's bearing witness, when it comes to Allah and the Prophet ﷺ, that means they've seen enough evidence, be it testimony, be it inference-based, be it empirical, be it historical,
No, sir.
whatever. All of that evidence,
I've seen nothing.
all of the evidence put together, that person is certain that indeed there's none worthy of worship.
So
besides
when
Allah.
you are
And
asking
Muhammad is the
people
messenger of
here, English people especially,
Yes.
right, to say their shahada, how could they have seen what you just mentioned, all these?
Because that's why I'm saying people come with different criteria. Some people, they won't accept empirical evidence. For them, testimonial evidence is enough, is sufficient. So for some of them, their innate disposition, like I speak to many people, they say, look, I believe in God, but I don't know who and which God.
So that is feeling.
Not necessarily.
No, believing it's with no
It's an
reason.
innate disposition.
That's what I'm saying. It's a feeling. You've got a
No,
feeling.
you're innately predisposed to believing in a God. You should be aware of the Justin
so
Barrett
God,
study.
Okay, God has put
You know
that.
the Justin Barrett study,
Okay,
isn't it?
so God has put that into you.
Yes.
Yes.
Into you as well.
Okay, so God, you're making me go to free will and determination and all that again.
No problem.
All right. So what's the end of it? I've clarified the shahada, the first part. Bear witness.
Yeah.
So that contradicts, ladies and gentlemen. But this gentleman very
doesn't.
nicely justified it.
It doesn't contradict, because I told you that you will not come across, I would say 99.9% of the people that come to the park have not done a DNA test to check if their mother is their
I've
mother.
explained it to you, sir. It's not necessary for you to doubt your mother.
And I'm telling you that belief in a God is axiomatic. It's necessary.
Okay.
It's something that's innately predisposed. It's only a recent phenomena that people have started doubting the belief in, well, the Aristotelians would say prime mover, and we say is a necessary existence. There's no reason to deny that. It doesn't make any sense for you to deny that.
Tell me the last part. What's the last
Yeah,
part
and I testify that Muhammad, peace be upon him, is the messenger of God.
No, there is only one God, Percy said.
Oh,
Yes.
you said that, yeah. I testify there's none worthy of worship besides Allah, and I testify that Muhammad is
No,
the
there
messenger.
is only one God. I bear.
No, I testify there's none worthy of worship besides
Okay,
God.
none worthy, yes?
Yeah.
How did you come to this conclusion? There is no.
Because of the logical criteria.
Now he uses logic.
No, you didn't let me finish. Logical, philosophical, testimonial, historical, all of these are criteria, all of these are evidences that we look at before we come to a decision.
Okay. So,
and when a person looks at all of that, all the criteria that they have, they are making that decision.
So why must I say this? Why must I repeat this?
To declare it to yourself, to declare
myself.
it to the people
So
around you.
Why do I need to say it to the Allah or to the public?
You're saying it to yourself. You don't have to say it in public. You can be a secret Muslim.
Okay.
You probably are.
So, Allah knows everything, ladies and gentlemen, yes? Allah knows everything, yes? Omnipotent, omniscient, and so on forth, yes?
The thing is also to add one thing, because we're going to be judged upon our actions and what we said, not what we thought. Therefore, we need to. No, because that's why we need to testify. Because we're going to be.
Okay. So Allah knows everything, yes?
Yes.
Why do I need to say Shahada if Allah knows everything?
Because Allah's not going to judge us. Allah's not going to judge us upon what He knows, but rather based upon our actions and what we said and did. You see the difference there?
So now free will and predestination comes now, right?
That's a very weak link, but go ahead.
Okay, so Allah knows everything, yes?
Yes.
So tonight, okay, let me ask you this. If you, tonight, you passing by that tree later in the evening and you see somebody's calling for help, calling for your help, and you passing by. A little girl is asking for a shouting, crying, yes? Would you help them?
If I see a little girl
shouting,
crying for help.
You hear it, not, yes.
If I'm hearing.
Yeah, I'm getting there, help, so on forth.
If I'm only hearing,
yeah.
I wouldn't just do it based upon my hearing only.
Yeah, so
I'd want to see what's going on.
You will investigate, yes?
I will investigate.
So you found it, that there's a man who's raping a girl. What, would you help? Shall I do it or not do it?
I'm not going to tell you to rape a 5-year-old girl.
So what would you say?
I'll tell you don't rape the 5-year-old girl.
Okay, don't rape, yes? But I will
Yes,
go
I will
against
tell you not.
Allah's will, ladies and gentlemen. Yes!
That's disappointing. I thought you'd come with something better than that.
Sir, Allah knows everything.
Okay.
Yes?
Make your point. That's why I didn't want you to make a big analogy because
because
it's a
he
disanalogy.
told you something. Remember,
he told me something
there
else.
is something else, and that's why you brought it free will.
Not necessarily.
Yeah. All right.
To be honest, I didn't really hear what you said properly. I didn't really hear what you said properly.
To whom? Okay, to whom? Okay, to whom? See, you can't say Allah. Say it. Say it. To whom?
Let's stick with the point. I was just telling you that
Allah knows
you
it.
can speak to him later. You can speak to him later. Yeah.
So, going back to that raping, you said don't do it, yes?
That's a very disturbing example. Yeah, I would definitely tell you don't rape a 5-year-old girl.
You will go to a deep, disturbing.
Okay, fair enough. Okay.
So therefore, I will choose to rape. How about that?
Okay, so I'll tell you why this is a disanalogy and there's a flaw in your logic.
Come on.
Just because you have knowledge of something, that doesn't necessitate coercion. For example, as a teacher, I can tell you with 99% accuracy, this is me as a human being, I can tell you which child will pass the exam in my class, which child will fail the exam with 99% accuracy. If that child that failed says, "Sir, predicted and told me that I would fail, therefore I failed," I would think that he hasn't learned anything from my class because just because I've stated a position.
He or she can resit, yes? Yes?
No, they have their own free will.
No.
Not all exams can be reset.
No, I mean he will stay in the same class, isn't it?
No, he just failed. But he can't blame me.
No,
because I didn't. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Allah is
Have you understood that point?
Yeah,
by the
I
way?
understood it, and that's why I said he can resit. Whereas me, I can't come back again.
No, but that's what I told you that not every exam can be reset.
Faulty analogy again.
No, because the analogy is accurate because that child, just like they have one chance, you also have one chance in life.
Okay.
That child can't resit. They will fail the exam, and that will affect their next class. Likewise, if we fail our exams, it affects our life hereafter.
I understand that. But here it is. You say Allah knows everything.
Yes.
Wouldn't Allah interfere with this? With my action?
No,
there?
because if Allah knows everything, knowing everything doesn't imply coercion.
What does it mean, coercion?
Coercion meaning forcing. Just because Allah says this person will do X, Allah didn't say this person must do X. There's a distinction in aqaid. In Fiqh al-Akbar of Abu Hanifa, he writes on this.
Abu Hanifa, yeah, appeal to unqualified authority.
No, he's something that's accepted by the entire ummah pretty much.
Yeah, ummah who? Bias. Muslim ummah, not the world. What
Yes,
you talking
no,
about?
even polemics,
I'm not
non-Muslim
accepting that.
even non-Muslim polemics that have studied aqaid, they have no issue with this. The issue that he raised was what's written in Lawh al-Mahfuz is
Don't
descriptive.
say that.
Listen.
Lawh al-Mahfuz, where is that?
Listen first, listen to the point. What's written is descriptive, not prescriptive. If Allah said this person must do that, then your argument would be valid. But Allah merely saying this person would do this doesn't necessitate that person can blame Allah and say Allah's forcing me to do this.
Okay, but
it's not
all right, no,
prescriptive.
but Allah has power to stop it.
Of course,
Okay, why wouldn't Allah interfere there?
because of free will.
So I chose to rape. That is my free will, isn't it?
Well, you chose to create.
Sir, you said Allah has given me free will.
Yes.
So I exercised my free will to rape.
Oh yes,
So-
yeah. Then you can. That's your free will.
Thank you. So when I die, would Allah ask me, challenge me?
Of course, because Allah will only challenge you if the message didn't reach you. Number one, it didn't reach you. Or
Justification again, ladies and gentlemen.
it's from the hadith.
Hadith is not valid, ladies and gentlemen.
Of course it's valid.
The reason for it, Allah only chose Muhammad to give message, the ayah, the verses. Anything above that, anything beside that are invalid.
That's false.
Why
because
not?
the Quran doesn't tell us how to pray. The Quran
Exactly.
doesn't give us details about
Correct.
things. So the Prophet ﷺ came to demonstrate the Quran.
No, sir. That's it. Just Quran. Nothing more,
No,
nothing
he
less.
demonstrated the Quran. And the sayings of the Prophet, peace be upon him, are hadith. And we have evidence, manuscript evidence, we have testimonial
I'm going
evidence.
with Quran. Quran does not
Well, that's
make...
a choice that you're making, but for you to make this claim that hadith are invalid, it's an unsound
Okay.
position to hold.
Let's go back to that. So
Sure,
I've
sure.
died now. I'm before Allah. Allah is asking me that why I raped that, yes?
Yes,
Would it be fair to say
of course
this?
it is. But based on one
I'm
thing
giving you
now, based
answer.
on one thing, if the message didn't reach you, or the message reached you in a corrupted form and you genuinely didn't know, or if you were mentally ill, or if you were coerced or something,
Justification.
Of course.
Allah guides one...
it's not justification, it's context.
In Quranic, there's a
context.
verse. Allah chooses to guide one...
Takes exam of students.
Yes.
It does not force the student to write the right answer.
No, faulty analogy, sir. The teacher is not Allah all-knowing. That doesn't apply.
Otherwise, it's not exam. It's not
Sir.
set up to.
And raping goes against one's fitrah. So a
Correct.
person,
But what I'm
would-
saying, Allah chooses one type of people to guide, another type to misguide. Yes
No.
or no? Yes, it says in Quran.
No, there's a misunderstanding regarding such
Right.
verses. People that are intent and they said we are not going to believe no matter what. That person, of course, why on earth would they be guided if they
Sir,
don't want to be
Free
guided?
will. You said
Yes.
free will.
But
They've
they have
chosen
exercised. They've exercised their free will.
Yes.
So how are they going to be guided?
not- Sir. Okay, you see, it contradicts. All these things are contradictions.
Right.
Allah.
This is a very
you
clear
gave-
answer.
Sir, my answer to Allah. How would you respond to this? Allah, you gave me free will, free choice. I chose to rape.
Yes.
Why?
Then Allah
why
would
now
say,
I stand
then
before-
Allah would say, I sent a prophet,
Yes.
I sent a book, I gave you a natural inclination that would
Allah,
tell
you
you,
said-
that would tell you what's good,
said
what's
this
bad.
book is-
I put laws in place. I gave people that came and spoke to you.
Correct.
I put certain principles like the harm principle in place. You ignored all of that and you
Okay.
raped this innocent
I will
5-year-old
tell you
child.
why. I will tell you why I ignored. Because the book says, Allah says, this book is purely for Arab people. We send it in clear verses to Arab
That's a lie.
nation.
That's a lie.
I can prove that, sir.
Okay, tell me where.
You have misused.
No, he said it's purely for the Arab. You heard that, yeah? Purely for the
We
Arab.
have sent this thing to Arab
Pure, he
nation.
said purely for the Arabs.
Yeah, who else is it for?
Okay, purely for the Arab. I'm repeating it 3-4 times because you're going to change this now. Yeah, what? He's going to change it.
No, sir.
He said purely for the Arabs. No, don't let him jump. Don't let him jump.
Take a look at your book and like read a bit.
No, sir. Read it. The point.
Well, let's read it.
Discussion is very important.
I want you to like read his book a bit.
Because Allah knows what you are going to do and what you are not going to do. And He can punish you. And then if He punishes you, He will complain that I have not done this. So to show you the evidence, you have been given the chance to do the wrong. And you have been given the chance to make the declaration.
Purely for the Arabs, yeah? That's what I want to see.
Sir, no problem. I will give you this. Your favorite.
So that's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying.
By the way, you know this, yes?
What's with the mask? I don't get it. What's with the mask? Why you put the mask?
Oh, come on, no. To amuse you, to amuse you.
No, leave it.
Imagine making that.
That's why he does it. Yeah, do you see? That's what I'm trying to remember. It's
You
purely
will
for the
don't
Arabs.
worry, memorize that.
MashaAllah, you got all Arabic, you know.
For the humankind, then already includes the Arabs. So if sometimes it's said that it is also part
This is what you would use, by the way.
Yeah, exactly.
Have a read on the...
But I can't, the thing is, I can't say Quran is better because everyone, like, they believe the things that they should believe. You might say it is better, but someone else might not. You know what?
This is what you would use, isn't it?
This is a good case, yeah.
10. I've chosen for you.
It's a good case.
I would repeat all of them for you anyway, but
You tried, but I mean, I don't think it was adequate today.
I tried it, but you all you did justified.
No, it's called giving context and evidence.
No, sir, you didn't.
I gave context and evidence. You didn't accept it.
No, you appealed to
I appealed to logic.
unqualified authority.
I appealed to logic and common sense.
No. Okay, do you have one reason or many reasons in believing Allah?
Many reasons.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, many reasons, yes? I put it to you, you have absolutely no reason, but give me your best reason.
You
best.
said, no, you made the claim now that I don't have any reason.
No, I said I put it to you, you have
Why? On what
absolute-
basis?
Produce me your reason.
No, on what basis?
So produce me your
No,
reason.
no, you made the claim now.
Nah, you see, I've got you.
You made the claim.
clever.
But proof is on you now.
No, sir, you said you have many reasons.
And you said I put it to you that you don't.
I said you have.
You made the claim.
Well, all right, carry on. I said you absolutely no reason.
But you made a negating claim. That means the burden of proof is on you.
Play over there to
Produce me the best reason that you have. So I will shut my mouth.
You're backtracking now. You're backtracking now.
No, sir, if you had reason, you would have said such and such and so and so.
No, the question is flawed because the evidence is
But
subjective.
why did you answer?
Because you asked me.
Exactly.
So I can answer it
So if
based
when
upon my
did you
subjective
find that it was
experience.
flawed? When did you find that?
There are subjective evidences and there's objective evidences. When you say, oh, what's the
Okay,
evidence?
thank you. At least you're honest. Put it here.
Yeah, there's both.
Subjective evidence, yes?
There's both, subjective and objective.
Okay. Give me your objective evidence. At least I can...
Objective evidence would be the fine-tuning argument.
Okay, go ahead. What is it? Fine-tuning argument?
Yeah, I want to get your attention. I don't want to keep repeating.
No, I have 2 ears. You know, all these things is the contradiction for you, but we're not going to go through them yet. all these are the contradictions.
So can you find me where it is in
I
the
will,
in
I
the
will,
Quran?
I
Yeah.
will give me a day or two. A day or two.
There are other people here as well.
Yeah, I'm sorry I'm giving you time.
Should have been more prepared.
Well, I didn't know, it's out of the blue, you have to give that. By the way, you want to illuminate yourself with that.
Yeah, we dealt with this today.
I know, but you were using that
No,
contradiction.
no, that's why I gave you the evidence and you didn't have a response to that.
Sir, this is one Al-Hajj. Clear verses.
Where does it say that it's
I'm
purely
bringing
for
you
the
the
Arabs?
other one, yes, no problem. At least I found one of them, yes?
That's not one of them. It says we reveal the Quran as clear verses.
Clear verses.
You said purely for the
Why don't
Arabs.
you understand it? Why?
You said purely for the Arabs. Let's
Yes.
deal with one thing at a time.
So that-
Where does it? Find it. Find it. Purely
Do
for
you
the Arabs.
understand Quran?
Purely for the Arabs. Show
So you
me.
don't understand it?
Purely for the Arabs.
Yes, purely for the Arabs.
You're not gonna find it. We're gonna be
Maybe
here all
not
day.
now, maybe you're not now.
No,
yes.
no, never. Don't say
I
that.
will bet with you.
I don't bet.
I'll bring. Okay.
You can have a guarantee with me.
guarantor.
You like him?
What is wrong with him?
Now I'm asking, do you like him?
No, but
You don't?
He doesn't exist anymore, does he?
No.
But he said good thing, hasn't he?
Everyone said good things.
Exactly. So why you keep disproving him as a prophet or a messenger?
Because I'm doing what you're doing, which is someone brings a claim and you've got reason to doubt it, then you doubt it. I'm doing the same thing.
So you doubt.
Why
him.
is it okay for you to do or not for me to do?
No, but what about this one?
No, why is it okay for you to do or not for me to do?
Doubting, creating doubt?
No, yeah, just doing.
No, I'm creating doubt.
No, if
So you creating doubt for
no,
them?
I am doubting.
So you doubting him?
Yeah,
So have you talked with the believer of this gentleman?
yeah, of course.
So how did they come to you? How did they answer?
In the speaker's corner, not very adequately, frankly.
No. So
Very weak arguments.
what is it? Did they say this is it? Allah is giving and that's it? Or
No, what they use is grammatical arguments. Yeah, flawed grammatical arguments.
But do you accept it's from Allah, what he says?
No.
No? But it's Quranic, yes?
He also preached the Quran as well.
The same Quran or his version of Revelation?
Well, he preached the Quran, but then he preached another selection of books as well.
Quranic?
No, non-Quran.
Not in Arabic.
No, in different languages.
Different languages. Persian and Arabic, I think.
Persian, Arabic, yeah.
Yeah, but shows this man was clever man, wasn't he?
Not necessarily.
Yes.
There's some
he
major
understood two
contradictions.
languages.
He's very worrying as well with some of the things that he was saying.
No, maybe you've taken out of context. You know, if you talk to me, I might.
No, that would be justification. Then you're giving justifications.
You see? He's very clever.
Because I gave context, and you weren't happy with my context.
Anyways, I can't find that.
That's
this
because it
time.
doesn't exist. I promise you, it doesn't exist.
Well, I will have a look at it, and if it doesn't exist, I will come to you. I will come back and say I couldn't find it. I'm sorry.
No problem.
At least I can do that
No
tonight.
problem. Nice to meet you as always.
Likewise.
Take care.
So, what's the conclusion, please?
Conclusion is repeat after me.
All right, what is it?
Ashhadu.
No, but you said I need to. You see, but Allah knows it. Why do I need to say this? If Allah knows everything.
If you've said it already, then alhamdulillah. Because Allah wants us to declare. Declare for our own selves, for the people around us, and because you're going to be judged because of your free will, based upon what you say and your actions, not on your thoughts. That's why this is a demonstration of free will.
I have all the answers for Allah if I'm going to. Are you going by Pascal
Sorry?
in order to choose in Allah, yes?
Say that again.
You've chosen Pascal's argument.
Pascal's wager is an argument, but I don't rely
Are you
upon
going
it.
with that?
I don't rely upon it.
But you would use it if you force in a corner.
No, because that would be somebody that's doubtful. I'm not doubtful.
No, but Pascal said you wouldn't lose anything, yes? in the end, if you follow.
No, but there is doubt in Pascal's wager. That's why they call it a wager.
I know. So
I'm saying the difference is I don't
so
have
you
doubt.
100%.
Yes.
So no possibility.
No possibility of doubt.
You
no.
remember we talked about possibilities probably.
I did, but what I'm telling you is that when you're looking at the inference to the best explanation, and then you're adding all of these evidence on top of the historical evidence, empirical evidence, philosophical evidence, then when you're looking at testimonial evidence, for me it's 100%.
All these things you mentioned are not reliable. Right? You know that
They're not 100% reliable when taking in isolation.
Right.
But when you take them,
when you gather it,
when you take them all together,
Yeah.
then
it makes sense.
then it's very
Yeah,
difficult
it's
for you. to
pleasing,
say.
yes. Slippery slope, ladies and gentlemen. If you accept Allah with no reason, that's what you have. You have no reason you accept Allah. Yes?
I gave you a reason. You didn't
You
like it.
didn't. You said-
you didn't like it.
No, your objective one.
Yeah, I did.
What was it?
But you were multitasking.
Anyway,
The
if
fine-tuning
you
argument.
accept Allah first as your God,
What do you think about the fine-tuning
Yes.
argument?
it's called slippery slope. The rest, you have to accept hadith, narrations from this sheikhs, that sheikhs, and so on forth.
Okay, so if you see the certificate of your doctor, you go there and the doctor says you have a flu, the doctor says you got something wrong with this, you need to do the scan, you take this medicine, then apparently that's slippery slope argument. If your mom takes you to school and tells you, oh, that's your teacher, respect him, because your mom said it, now if the teacher tells you stay for detention, teacher says no lunch for you, teacher says do this when it comes to this paper, apparently that's a slippery slope argument. Every life becomes a slippery slope. We don't accept this.
What he said, all these examples, they exist. Mom exists, teacher exists, the road exists, everything exists. Yes?
God exists as well,
All right.
necessarily.
Necessary.
And you accept this as well.
You want to go that far? Necessary truth, or is it?
We can if you want.
So your next topic is proof of God.
Proof of God. Are you going to prove that?
So you have the topic of discussion is like.
I was going to bring something out. He would be familiar, I think.
So you are asking the certain.
Contingency and all that he says to people, but I will catch him out with it because he's not explaining to them. It's clever.
It depends the questions people are asking. If people are asking questions, I can answer them.
You have questioned the certainty. So now.
No, his certainty is based on what, sir? What is
criteria of certainty?
no? What is the okay? What are they?
Yeah. So
We've spoken, yeah? You're happy, yeah? Are you happy?
Shall we go? Anyway, thank
No,
you.
you can continue with him.
No, we have done.
I'm going to move around.
Anyway, you're very good. Thank you.
thank you.
We had a good mutual discussion, respectful. We will continue, and we will have another discussion.
I'm always
Thank
here.
you. All the best.
Take care. Take care. I'm just going to take this mic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so alhamdulillah, we had a good conversation with somebody that frequents the park, and he comes and he was asking questions, we gave responses, some he was happy with, some he wasn't happy with. That's the nature of the park. Yeah, and if you also have questions, if you have issues, don't keep them inside, come to the park. We're always here, we're always waiting. If you have questions, then inshallah we have the answers. Yeah, so come and we can speak inshallah, no problem.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell to keep you updated with the latest videos.